Hi, it's strange to realize that my visual is this messy. So let me go turn on the highlight of the higher light of my bedroom. Hi. It is really something to stand for yourself as a mystic and a seer, um, regardless of what your age is or your facial qualities or your facility for recording a visually impactful video. That's not what tonight is about. I wrote, I want to tell you a story. Three women, Melissa Bingham, Deb Merchant, and Tantra Mott. All of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, we were so pressured to make sure that a Kindle book called Have Them Dash Be Dash Not Afraid, that we had to get it published. We had to get it on Kindle. We had to get available. What's so remarkable about this is that this is from a moment in time in 1994. I mean, how extraordinary is that? Then yesterday, on October 2nd, the beginning of the final prediction occurred. I don't know if you have any idea what it's like to live in a direct connection with creation, to be like the Old Testament. And the wise men heard that Jesus was born when Joseph got the messages from the burning bush, particularly what it's like for three women, Melissa, Deb, and Tantra, feel the power of what generated the prophecy to move with them in such a powerful way that they got it done in a record amount of time. Deb was sharing with me tonight that she couldn't believe it as I sent her the chapters, how she knew exactly how to correct them, exactly what to say. And when she sent them back, I knew it was completely accurate. But based on what? Could it possibly be that based on what was our direct link with creation that has been moving with me and others since around 1994? I really pray you read the prophecy. It's hardly any money at all. It's called Have Them Dash Be Dash Not Afraid on Kindle. I really mean it. Aren't you weary of being isolated from the greater realms of creation of which you are a part? Don't you know the value of your nature of being and how even paying attention matters? Even paying attention. So today, at 3 a.m., when I found out that the Gaza Strip was active, which was prophesied, I sent a message through a person who had left Turkey after she heard the prophecy, and she would have never been in the position she's in now. And she shared with her friends the prediction. And now they're listening because that's what happens in prediction. Evidence begins to occur that has you listen. So she contacted me about 3 a.m. and I just happened to wake up right after that. And she was saying to me, Tantra, oh my goodness, I would have never left Turkey to move to Barcelona. And now in Barcelona, I can take care of the people that are caught in Jerusalem, caught in Tel Aviv, also caught in the Muslim world, as well as the Jewish world. We're all caught now. But what's going to unpack it and what's going to unfold it is powers and forces greater than ourselves. Watch. You may not believe me now. You may not think what I say is real. But just, why don't you pay attention? Pay attention over the next 3 years, from 2023 to the end of 2026. But in your paying attention, you become part of a new paradigm, part of what that God angel said to me, which is that the major religions must finish their story where human beings kill human beings in the name of the divine. And in the new story being born, we will live. Promise. It's the power of prophecy. Power of prophecy about Jesus' birth and other prophecies that have prophesied that we're at the end of an aberration. We're at the end of that which has turned human beings against themselves, others, in life. I call my friend, more than my friend, my heart daughter, Jackie, today, and because I'm listening exactly to what this thread of creation, this thread of whatever brought me the prophecy, whatever brought me the matrix of reality, whatever that beingness is, I'm listening. And I said to Jackie, they've asked me to ask you how I frame this, how I put it in time, how I operate with this, because it's not a teaching, it's not a learning, it's a being able to design something for myself where I'm available to you as a prophetess, as someone who tracks the unfolding of a new possibility, a new story for humankind, a very specific story where we no longer operate against ourselves, others, or life. And I just wanted you to know it's been an extraordinary 24 hours. It's been a hard 24 hours because now the final prediction and the prophecy is coming true. But remember that the God angel said, do not be afraid. It is simply religions and spiritual practices that have told human beings they can slaughter each other in the name of the divine. And that's not real. That's not what this place was made for. That's not paradise. And I can promise you, even though I don't know what, behind me, by the way, is the Sandias in New Mexico. I can promise you that we will see evidence, just like in the Old Testament. There are many of us will see evidence, real, honest evidence, that which loves us, that which holds us to be the beloved of existence, that there are greater powers and forces that are operating on behalf of life now. And we will see this. I promise. You know, I've never been a flake. I've never been flaky. I was sharing with Jackie today and Yvonne and Deb and a few others and C, particularly C. I've always been a reluctant prophetess. I've been a reluctant mystic. I've been a reluctant seer because my love, the preciousness of a human being is that they are in direct relationship with themselves, and they are in direct relationship with their direct relationship with creation. So for me to come out and say, please believe me, please know that this being that visited me in 1994, that he was coming from these, what I call the realms of the beloved. It may not be that terminology at all, but they're letting us know that we are not alone in the universe. How hard is that for us to consider? We've been people-centric for so long. We're the ones to blame, or others are the ones to blame. I can't imagine the next 3 years. I can't imagine the transfiguration of humanity beginning to realize that we have been at the effect of something that has sought to destroy us, that has sought to turn us against each other and turn us against life and turn us against ourselves. And to literally watch, like in the prophetics 3 years ago, where I heard the voice of, I just call it GOD, a generating, organizing design of creation, a greater force of creation, said, thank you. Please thank humanity for its service. We will take it from here. But what if we really see that? What if we really begin to see 23, 24, 25, 26? What if we really begin to see the greater powers and forces of creation taking it from here? Didn't we see that in the Old Testament? The wise men were visited and came to find Jesus. The shepherds saw angels in the sky. Joseph saw a burning bush. Moses set his people free. Is it possible, do you think? Is it possible? We have been so forced to consider we're the source of the problem and that we are the solution to the problem. What might it be like? What do you think? Those of you that are watching, please let me know. What do you think it might be like if we find out that there are powers and forces of creation in all the deictic realms that are saying no more? No more can you kill in the name of us. No more can you kill in the name of divinity. No effing more. But what if we really get to live it? What if we really get to see it? I'm not trying to promote a new belief. I'm not trying to promote a new way of constituting ourselves to survive the illusion of separation. I really am a seer. I really am a mystic. I have been flabbergasted when I woke up at 3 a.m. and Yvonne was texting me, the last prediction has begun. Imagine being in a community where we're actually watching the evidence of greater powers and forces telling us not to be afraid, that there are powers and forces of creation operate on behalf of human life here, that will no longer allow human beings to be conned into killing each other in the name of the divine. So this is October 7th, 2023. Would you do me a favor, those of you that are watching or will watch it later? Will you just set a date in your Outlook calendar or your Apple calendar? Set it every year at this date. Only make it the 6th, October 6th, 2024, 2025, and 2026. And just write in your Outlook or your Apple calendar, have I seen evidence for that there are powers and forces of creation that have operated on our behalf, intervening in such a way that no one or many less, that there's a whole new experiential state that has human beings not want to kill each other in the name of the divine. And in that, why would we? Why would we harm each other when what we got constituted by is love? I don't know who's watching. I know Carrie's watching. I don't know who else because I don't see any comments. I'd love your name because we never know. We never know that moment we come on to a thread or we come on to the presence of something. We never know whether it's so important we did because of who we are and what our hearts and souls and spirits cry for, that we were part of what made the difference. I just had to come on tonight. Today's been an extraordinary day. Just an extraordinary day. I also want you to know that we have a WhatsApp thread open, not that it's open to the public, where the people of Tel Aviv and the Palestinians and the Iranians and Iranians and the people in Jerusalem. They're all gathering on behalf of their own listening now in the coherent field of Tantra Mud. They're gathering on behalf of right action in the face of what they now are confronted with. And we're protecting them. Why? Because love protects everything. Love just protects everything. Thank you for being here. There's just 4 of you because this is spontaneous. But never doubt the strength of your own being present to what there is to be present to, and opening up into what there is to open up into. And maybe if it works out, I'll find a way to be public about this. I'll find a way for us all to support each other during this time. But for now, I just needed to record this moment in time. Outside, I'm listening to Latino music. We have the Balloon Festival going on in New Mexico. It's so beautiful to hear celebration music and the balloons popping up in the middle of the night in the sky. Because we will remember paradise. I promise.